extra time.
It's a strange game, cricket, isn't it? Because you bowled so well without luck in the first innings, and then everything seemed to come off in that second innings.
I think that's why we love Test cricket so much. Even Virat at Square Leg said that. He goes, "You never know what's going to happen with cricket." So I certainly wasn't expecting it. I think Paine asked if I wanted another over, and I said, "I know I've got forfeit, but I don't feel like I'm going to take a wicket out here." So yeah, really pleasing.
You must be a bit frustrated with the bowlers. I mean, really, are they going to be fetching you drinks tonight or something? I mean, you look like you're going to be bowling across 4 days of this Test match. They didn't give you much of a break. Did I say bowlers?
Bowlers, yeah, batters.
I mean batters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Obviously not ideal. I think this morning we turned up and kind of all hoping that we'd have our feet up, kind of have a big dent into that first innings score and be on our way to yeah, being right in the game, or you know, I guess taking the result away from them. So yeah, it's just one of those things. You know, it's still a young batting group. You know, they're all see them training for hours and hours trying to get better, and you know, Alfie, the coach, just talks about batting non-stop to them. So they're all trying their best. I guess it's just one of those things today that it didn't come off, but yeah, obviously not ideal.
Kat, you've been involved in a lot of collapses with the Australian side over the last couple of years, but this wasn't really like that. Every top 6 player made 30 balls. It was a bit different to normal. Does that make it almost more frustrating for you guys watching in the sheds that pretty much every player got in?
Yeah, I think what we saw from Indians' first innings was Pujara and Virat, when they got going, just their temperament. They just paced their innings pretty much the same the whole way out, whole way through, and just absorb the pressure so well. And I think that on this kind of wicket, it's kind of hard to score runs. You're gonna have to face a lot of balls to get your your big scores. And yeah, it was probably, it was one of those wickets where you did the hard work early, and that's where you got to cash in. But to cash in, you just got to keep absorbing as much pressure. And yeah, evidently probably didn't do that today. But yeah, good thing is the wicket still feels pretty good. So. Everyone feels like they've faced a few balls, hopefully, and yeah, second innings can feel like they've just faced even more.
But it was a bit hard to tell just on the TV replay, but how close was Marcus Harris to taking that catch for the hat-trick? I
don't know, actually. I just saw it go up somewhere around him, so I was pretty excited. But no, I think it was well out of reach. He said, I think he said if I was a metre taller maybe or something like that, but. Yeah, I don't think it was wishful thinking. I think.
Have you got hat tricks before?
I've got 2. I got one in second 11 and one in grade cricket or something. Yeah, one in second 11. Joe Burns was my 3rd wicket. I bowled a slow ball and he ducked underneath. It was a full toss and hit the stumps on the full. So that's probably my favourite one.
Physically, how was it going, Pat? After all that.
Yeah, I was pretty tired after yesterday. Pretty exhausted. I think the good thing coming to this series was I felt really fresh, and the first 2 tests didn't feel like I had massive workload. So yeah, I feel tired, but I haven't felt like this for a while. So it's probably a pretty normal feeling, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully not too many overs tomorrow, and then we don't have to bowl last this game. So hopefully a 4 or 5 day break before Sydney. But yeah, a bit tired, but nothing too serious.
Pat, how do you approach the state of the game? Obviously, it looks a long stretch, but you got 2 days to go. I mean, what is the approach? It's just get the 5 wickets as quick as you can and then try and bat. I mean, what's the mood like in terms of getting a result?
I haven't really spoken since we got back. I know when we went out there, Paine just said, let's just try and make it every run as hard as possible for them to get. Obviously, the longer we can take it, the less we need to bat. But having been 5 for 50 now, I think the lead's just under 350. You never know. We knock them over in the morning. Yeah, you just never know. The wickets, still pretty good. It's tough to score runs, but we saw last year we battled really well day 4 and 5. It's you dare to dream, but it's still a long way left in this game. But I think the good thing is for them to move the game forward 5 down. It's going to be harder. They're going to have to bat longer. So. Yeah, just try and take it as deep as possible.
Pat, you talked about, I suppose, the need for batting or batsmen on this sort of wicket to be very methodical over a period of time. Is the same true of bowling? You seem to have got a pretty good record of, like, we think about you in India last year and other surfaces where there doesn't seem to be a whole lot traditionally in it for a fast bowler. How do you look at that challenge and I suppose work out how to bowl well on it?
I think the thing we've spoken about is just trying to shut down the scoreboard. It doesn't feel like a wicket where we're going to, Channel's going to snick them off. Doesn't feel like, even times bowling wide to them doesn't, you feel like you have to be really right on the money, or else, a cut shot or a drive's a pretty easy shot. So just feels like got to bowl really straight, shut down the scoreboard, and I guess through pressure of maidens and tight overs, get the wicket. And I think another thing is sometimes on the slower wickets, the short ball is actually more effective than sometimes on the quicker wickets. It's a bit sometimes harder to duck underneath, and don't know whether you kind of try and ride it or play a cross bat shot. So really the plan's just been trying to bowl as many good balls as possible with the odd bouncer to try and, I guess, keep it moving, and hope that you get a glove every now and then. But it doesn't feel like a wicket where you can get too funky.
Pat, just on the batters, I mean, you mentioned the wicket's still pretty good. I mean, we haven't seen 100 from any of the batters this series, and you mentioned they're a young lineup, but they're doing all the work. What are the confidence levels like among the batting group about being able to take the game deep? As you said, I know you haven't spoken to much, but surely you talk to them after the innings. What are their confidence levels like about turning that around and going deep?
Yeah, I have no idea, to be honest. I haven't spoken to them. I know, coming to this game, someone like Marcus Harris, he scored a 200 out here, started this year. Lots of the boys have batted a long period of time this season, so it doesn't feel like anyone's out of form or anything like that. I think it's everyone's still quite new to Test cricket. There's no real experienced heads there, and I don't know, to be honest. Sorry.
And after the first 2 days, when it looked real hard work for bowlers, just 7 wickets, is there anything that explains a day like today?
I think today it probably got a little bit more up and down than the first two. I think we saw a couple of wickets yesterday, probably stayed a little bit low. Pujara stayed a little bit low. And then I think today was probably just a little bit more like that, which I mean, the main result probably just makes it harder to score runs. Just bowling really straight, it probably just creates a bit more pressure for the batsmen. But I'm pretty surprised that, what was it, 15 wickets fell today. Yeah, definitely.
Did you face any reverse when you were batting?
Yeah, a little bit. Shami felt like I was reversing a little bit, and Ishan a little bit as well.
Sort of performance where it just sort of underlines how much the guys are missing Steve and David at the moment, that if they were there, it was possibly sort of, even if it was another 50, 100 runs, that might have made it, a far more even game.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, you look at even the Indian side and, how prolific, say, Pujara and Virat have been, their top 2 batsmen. They've had such a big impact in the series so far. I guess it's, one of those things. It's always going to be hard missing, 2 of your best players, but you've known for, 9 or 10 months it's going to be the case, and others have to stand up. And I think it, probably highlights the class they've had in previous years, but we've got to find a way, I think. Everyone here is good enough. They've done it, I guess, the level below. All of them have, the best Shield players, and they've all done it most of them done it for Australia before. So, we've definitely got the batsmen. It's, hopefully just click soon and we'll be away.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.